All right, weekend sports betting tips on the Barroom Network. Sean, Anthony, and Tooch, gonna jump right into it. Unless you guys want to any recap from last week. Quick thoughts.
Last week, I'll start. Last week was really good for me. During the week, not so good. Last week, I got screwed on the LSU Missouri. Oh, the Missouri plus 5.5. But I know Sean reaped in the rewards on that, right?
The LSU
fumble recovery for touchdown or pick six.
No, I didn't have the LSU game last week.
Oh, I had Mizzou plus 5.5. I got screwed on less than a minute left.
No. I ended up splitting out last week. Who did I have? It was a good win. I guess Michigan was a blowout, but I had A&M, tough loss. Texas. I'll say here, I got to go on another show after this too because I was all over Texas. I thought Texas would be a big win.
Well, your best friend who steals coin had them too.
Yeah, so that's
every time he goes to the game, man, it's an auto loss. So keep your eyes on what game he goes to.
UCLA was a nice win. The old unranked overranked. No one,
And we'll talk about the Oregon State UCLA game in a little bit.
EMU minus 2.5 was the easiest play of the week.
Anthony we got a
they
Bears
were up by
victory
2 touchdowns the whole game.
And a Bears win, never in doubter.
They tried so hard to blow that game.
Someone told me that
was like,
nope,
not today. Joey Sly says, "Hold my beer. I'm gonna blow it for us."
Pigs will fly. I'll grow hair.
The Bears could be 3-2. They had a chance at the end of the Buccaneers. They let one slip away against the Broncos.
Bad coaching.
1-4.
Bad coaching. Plain and simple.
All right. So we're gonna talk a little Saturday action.
I don't even know what the games are. Let's go.
The big game right here, man.
All right. Off to the game of the week.
Jump right into it. The game
starting it with a bang.
Ducks and Huskies. Oregon getting 3.5 on the road. Oregon, the better defense, Sean. Washington, you can run on them. But Bo Nix on the road, as Anthony always says, not the best. Neither team has really played anybody good. I have a small bet in on Oregon plus 3.5. Got it at 3.5. What about you, Sean? What are you thinking?
I like the Huskies here. Last year, 12-point dog, win on the road. Penix, and that's the difference to me. Okay, Oregon's got a little better defense, but the quarterback play, I think, is just as much as the defenses are here. I think the quarterbacks plays just as a big of a gap. I mean, Nick. I don't think I will kick Bo Nix's back in. I mean, the guy, played in the SEC. He's put up numbers here, but he's not Penix, bro.
Nope.
Give me Washington. If this was in Oregon and it was flipped, I'd be like, I like Oregon, revenge spot, but you're a double digit. You're not coming into this place like, oh, they got us last year. Let's go. This isn't some chump team here, and they can move the ball. I just don't. I think everybody's going to run to it over here. Like, you think the game's going to be like 45-40 or something wild?
Yeah, I don't think it will.
How is it going to be shocking when this game's like 27-23 or something? Like totally not what anybody expects for some reason. Everybody's
kind of like the Chiefs and Broncos last night, 27 total points.
That had to be the worst primetime game out of. I mean, in the past.
You guys didn't have the under?
No.
Come on, man.
I can't take a Chiefs under until after being slapped
versus
night.
That Broncos defense, who doesn't even try. They're as bad as the
easiest
Bears
under
defense.
ever. I mean, but the Kansas City has a defense, guys.
They have a great defense. Yeah, we talked about that today, Anthony. Defense.
Jimmy's coming in. We got one viewer. There we go. Jimmy Rizzo's in the house.
All right.
I love coming and getting trolled. I love it, Jimmy. Jimmy Rizzo.
Oh boy, Jimmy.
This guy loves England. Get out of here, England. Who loves England, bro? We kicked you out of here.
Oh, does he love the England games? Is he talking about the England games? Or the England Premier League? What are you talking about?
I'm assuming it's soccer.
Yeah, Euro soccer going on tomorrow. All right, so Oregon and Washington, Anthony, any plays for you, or if you were playing?
I can't get a feel for this game. I mean, I would lean Oregon, but in Washington, it's one of those, whoever has the ball last probably wins. I'm not sold on either defense. In this type of game, both offenses are so good that just cancel out the defenses. They haven't really played, both teams haven't played anybody. So, I mean, this is really their first real game. So, I mean, I don't know. This is one of those games where you just want to watch and just enjoy the game. This is a great college football game if you're a college football fan.
Yeah, I think it's.
I'll lean Oregon plus 3.5. Washington wins by a field goal. That's my guess. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking with the 3.5.
I don't have a feel for this one.
The Aggies heading to Knoxville to play Tennessee. That's your Milton Katy High School, Sean.
That's it.
You had Texas A&M lost to the Crimson Tide last weekend. Tennessee goes to Tuscaloosa next weekend. Look ahead spot for the Volunteers. Texas A&M defense is for real. They haven't allowed more than 20 points to an SEC opponent. Well, 2 out of 3 times this season. They have played some good teams. I hate to take a road team again. Go ahead.
Are you a fan of Milton? Okay, they're off a bye week, and A&M's off a tough loss. But defensively, come on, man. A&M's. I like A&M. I like the under. Can Jimbo? Are the guys going to get off the mat? Like, you could still have a decent season here, guys. Like, are you going to fold up?
Yep.
Tennessee's a run-first team. They run the ball. That's your strength. All depends on the heart. What kind of heart's A&M got?
Josh Heupel and the Volunteers, man, they scheming guys open. They were the top offense in the country last year. Anthony.
Last year.
Yep. This year, maybe that offense comes to life against the Aggies. What are you thinking?
I think their best receiver's out, isn't he? Out their best
3-point Tennessee laying 3 points here.
I'll take Tennessee -3. I'm 0-3 against the spread taking Texas A&M this year. I can't get on the right side with them at all, especially on the road in Tennessee. It's not a game I'm betting, but if you had to put a gun in my head, I'll take Tennessee 10 out of 10 times. I can't get a feel for this Texas A&M team.
Kind of like the under here, Sean.
I like the under.
And let's point out, a lot of these games are going to have bad weather.
Yep.
So before we even do anything, you got to look at the report.
Good point.
Because now we'll say there was weather, but is there wind? Is it rain? How much rain? I mean, wind is everything. I don't mind the rain, but the wind, that's what affects the game the most is the wind.
I think good weather tomorrow here.
Good weather?
Good weather in Tennessee. It looks like
then I'll take Tennessee all day.
70 degrees. Not too bad.
I'm not sold on the quarterback just like you guys, but I'll take Tennessee just by a squeaker. Win by 4.
That'll definitely be a squeaker.
Miami at number 12, North Carolina. North Carolina laying 2.5 over under 56.5. Miami 4-1, North Carolina 5-0. But if Barrio just took a knee last weekend, they both could be 5-0. Sean, what the heck? You know, there was a rumor going around that the staff was coming down from the booth and they assumed that the game was over and that they would take a knee, and they didn't. So
who's calling that play? I understand, and we talked about
to get the running back 100 yards. From what I understand.
Are you?
That's what I heard too.
Are you kidding me?
No,
it's a statistical thing. Yeah, he was only a few yards away or something.
It's one thing running up a score versus a team a la Penn State when you're like, all right, the spread's this. I got to get in here because I'm getting no money. I get that. I get anybody's going to run up to how. In that case, you're not covering a 20-point spread. Your quarterback's thrown 3 picks. You're obviously in a spot where you're looking ahead to this week's game. What are you doing? That's terrible. Terrible. I'm North Carolina, and I'm a Kane guy. Yeah. That's just ridiculous.
To me, this one's all about the home team. I mean, North Carolina, they keep surprising me week in and week out. I'm waiting for them to just falter like they did last year, but they come in every week and just kick butt. So, I'm right in North Carolina. Ride the wave. And you're getting 2.5. Miami's got a good defense, but they haven't played an offense like North Carolina yet. So I'm going to ride that North Carolina -2.5 until it fails.
I mean, they beat A&M at home early,
Yeah.
48-33. That's their good win, and that is a good win because A&M I think is a good team. But here we go. Yeah. Now you're on the road versus a good team. What are you going to do?
Exactly. Versus a very good offense. Very underrated North Carolina.
Give me the better quarterback too. May versus
Van Dyke. That's a no-brainer. Yeah, hands down.
North Carolina's defense has been good too. A lot better than last year. That's
total opposite. Last year, but. Night and day from last year. Last year they played like the Bears versus the Chiefs. They didn't even play defense. That's how bad they were last year.
Yeah.
What the heck's going on over there?
Goodness. The girls are getting ready to go to the high school game.
Remember what you were telling me the other day, Sean, yesterday, about when I was trying to get the sponsorship? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. This is the game I really want to watch tomorrow, man. USC Notre Dame. Strength on strength. You got the defense of Notre Dame versus the offense of USC. USC defense you could score on. Notre Dame laying 3 versus Caleb Williams and USC. What do you think, Sean? I'm leaning under here, 60. That's a lot of points, and USC on the road. Notre Dame should be able to score, but I think they slow the game down to keep the USC offense off the field.
This is where I think we'll get a little rain, from what I've heard. Mm-hmm. This we make it rain. The totals come down. I like Notre Dame. I like Notre Dame before they lost. Again, that was a terrible spot for them off 2 close games, and you had USC on deck. I think this is a big game for them because, the season is over at 5-2. You're not getting invited to any playoff kind of nonsense. But you come in and knock off USC, be pretty good. And that USC defense, the minute I saw that Colorado, that should have been a 30-point win in Colorado, and they can't get any kind of stops. I think ND's going to run through these guys.
That's schedule.
I don't know if it's going to go over 61 to get that total, but I think Notre Dame's going to put up points. SC can't stop anybody. Notre Dame will make a stop when they have to. I like Notre Dame -3.
USC's defense is so bad on the road. At home, they're a little bit better, but on the road, they're really bad. That Colorado game should have opened everybody's eyes because it was basically the men versus the boys. The size difference. Colorado, they went toe-to-toe. It was like, I don't even know how to explain it. There was no way it should have been a 7-point win.
It was 34-7, and then they landed a touchdown. So 34-14.5, you're totally in control. It's 41-14.
Yeah.
Halfway through the third quarter. And what do you do? Then they start doing their nonsense. We're not doing nothing. And then you turn into a game, and it turns into a nightmare because you just, we don't need anything anymore. We're up by 20 points. We're up by whatever it is, 35 or 28, whatever. Listen, you can't do that versus a good team. Nope.
Let's see how good Caleb Williams is versus an actual defense. I'm all over Notre Dame on this one.
Look at the scores. You talked about them going over. 43-41 versus Arizona, 48-41 Colorado, 42-28 to Arizona State. They dropped 56 on Stanford, 66 on Nevada. San Jose, 56-28. We go back to the last year, 46-45, 47-24, 38-20, 40. Yeah, great offense, but you know what? They don't stop a team that could put points on the board. And Notre Dame could put points on the board.
Yeah, Audric Estime, they can run the ball there. Good running back. I took a look real quick at the Notre Dame team total. It's 31.5 with the bad weather. I don't know if I could touch it. I do like the under 60.5 with the bad weather. But,
this is something you got to look at because it says like 20-25% chance of rain. Is it going to rain? Is it just going to be windy? Is it overcast?
I'll say one thing, that any ounce of weather is a huge advantage for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Because if you take the ball out of Caleb Williams' hands and give it to the running back, this USC team turns into USC, and next thing you know, it turns into Army. So
I don't know who made the schedule for Notre Dame, but they opened in Ireland against Navy.
Haven't had a day off yet.
Yeah, they haven't had a week off yet. They played like 3 cupcakes. Then they played Ohio State, Duke, and Louisville all in a row. Now they've got USC, 4 tough teams all in a row. So
most teams have a bye week before their big matchup. Nah.
Yeah.
No. Now, who knew they'd be in 2 dogfights and a loss before USC?
Yeah.
Maybe Ohio State maybe it's a dogfight. You figure you beat Duke, it's not a problem. Louisville might be a little ugly, Miami kind of Georgia Tech game, right? Something ugly because 2 tough games. We got a big game on deck. This is ridiculous. Well, that's why
Got
you're
a question
5-2
from the viewers.
Matthew Focheesy.
Yeah, Focheese is asking about FSU Syracuse here.
FSU
That's my guy,
route.
Focheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Florida
FSU
State,
as well too.
Late typical Syracuse. Right? I've talked about this like the last 2 weeks. They start
The
out
defense
4-0,
is good
5-0.
too. Yeah.
The defense is good. Yeah, they're good because they play garbage teams too. So all of a sudden it's time. Let's face Clemson. Let's face North Carolina. Let's face Miami. Whoever, and their 5-0 starts turn into 6-6 seasons because the cupcakes. There's no cupcakes left, and you got to cut into a well done steak with ketchup on it.
Yeah, it's in Florida State. This is going to be a 3-4 touchdown win.
Florida State's got nobody on deck. Nothing important coming up.
This is one of those games where Florida State just gets to pad the numbers and make their win look good. It's one of those.
This could be like 49-10.
Yeah. Just like last week, big win.
We're all on North Carolina for that one.
You like NC?
Minus
You just
2.5.
missed it.
Yep.
You just missed our take NC.
I like NC. All right, so we all like Notre Dame. I'm on the under for this one. If the weather, is
pay
terrible.
attention to that early. Wake up tomorrow morning. Don't get up at 11:37 and be like, "Let me turn on ESPN and see what freaking hat Lee Corso is putting on." Get up at 6 a.m. Don't be a degenerate.
Late game too, I think, right? 7.
It doesn't make a difference. That line's going to be moving in the morning anyway because the people who actually make money betting are betting. They're not waiting for you to wake up at 2 o'clock because you went out and got hammered on a Friday.
Nope. All right, we got another good
Watch
game.
Watch that line move. You'll know at 9:30 if that's an over or an under because that thing starts all the way going up. You might know tonight. You can see if that line moves. Starts moving tonight, grab it because it'll go to 63 or over.
Yeah. Yep. You'll know. If it starts moving up, there's going to be a clear night in South Bend. All right, UCLA, Oregon State. UCLA finally has a defense, Sean.
They do. I mentioned it last week that people are like, "Oh, you got to take one." Listen, first of all, it's unranked versus ranked. You know what we're going to do there. But defense, bro. They have a defense. Here, though, good defense, sure. But now I got a young quarterback here on the road. Tough place to play here. Give me the Beavers. You want to go under? Sure. Road spots a little different than home spots. And for me, UCLA last week, I'll take it to the window. This week, I know you got to know when to be on them, when to be off them. Nah, Dave, not here. Not here. Oregon State is not Utah. Utah is a defensive first team, but they scored 7 points in Utah. Now, this stadium is just as tough to play in. Again, not without the elevation, but it's still a tough home field. Don't fall for UCLA, Dave. Not here.
Not a lot of teams that win in Corvallis, but Sean likes Oregon State minus the points. I would lean under in this game if I had to. Yeah, give me the under. It's a lot of points.
I'm right there with Oregon State. I'm not sold on Oregon UCLA. I wasn't sold on them last week either. I mean, Washington State almost pulled it out. 3 quarters, they went toe-to-toe with them. They had the lead at one point, and that was in UCLA.
The defense was the difference, and you're at home.
Yeah,
that was a big difference.
The difference. Home
they're on the road
sometimes.
As much as I'm not sold on Oregon State's quarterback, I mean, in this spot, you got to take Oregon State. Have to.
All right, we'll catch up, Focheese. We like. I like the under here. The other guys are on Tennessee.
No, I like A&M.
Oh, you like A&M. Sean is on.
I'm
A&M.
on Tennessee. I like Tennessee.
Oregon, Washington. Everyone's on Washington. I like Oregon plus 3.5. All right.
I like Oregon.
Anthony. I like Oregon plus 3.5.
I'm the odd guy in the middle. That's me.
That's good. That game is so hard to
They got 2 black shirts on. I'm the blue Oreo cookie in the middle.
It's a coin flip game. Just put it that way.
Yeah.
Flip a coin and just bet it that way if you really want to bet it.
Yep. Let's head over to the NFL. We got a game in London. Another game in London.
I hate this game.
Titans. Ravens laying 4. Sean, you like the under? If I'm guessing.
Yeah. I like the, you know me, I'm going to go right to the unders here. I was listening. I was going out to get a fun little costume this morning, and it was, I guess, 11 o'clock on the East Coast, and Tennessee had just landed in England. Like, really? Come out like a day early?
Today?
I mean,
Wow.
okay. Landing on a Friday afternoon for a Sunday game. That can't be good. Give me the under. Tennessee's, both teams to me, offensive problems. I know Lamar's MVP, great. They got offensive line woes. They want to throw the ball. They can't throw the ball. They'll run. Tennessee defenses, they're going to keep them in it. I like the under. I don't want sidewise. Baltimore should be licking their chops, thinking, "Wow, we got a chance to win in North here because they got some problems in that division." But I don't want to get involved side. Totals for sure. Give me those unders all the time. I eat them up.
Yep. Real quick, Auburn LSU.
Auburn.
It's a lot of points for LSU.
Auburn plus the points.
Plus 11.5. I lean Auburn too with the defense.
And it's like that's a team what they scored 14. They played 14 at Cal. They scored 10 at home versus A&M. And LSU puts up 40 every game, and you see 11, you're thinking, wow, that should be an LSU blowout. But they got no defense.
Bears are a home dog versus the Vikings, total of 44. Bears overs have been cashing, Anthony. You and I have made a lot of money on Bears overs.
That's the only thing we've been making on the Bears.
I like the over 44 for this play. Give me the over 44.
The over 44. So this is how it goes. Over 44, you take the Bears first half, and then you take the Vikings second half because the Bears are going to lose in the fourth quarter. You heard it here first.
No, Justin Jefferson. Sean, who do you like?
I like the Bears. Even before that news came out, I did look at lines. I'm like, give me the Bears here. Why do I feel like, Minnesota? You almost think they're going to be due for a win. Like they're going to, yeah. What? And I hate the Bears.
So bad though. They find
here's
the thing:
over here.
They're bad because they're getting turnovers, but the turnovers are not killing them. Like they're fumbling all over the joint.
Yeah.
They're not getting any breaks that they got last year. Now I'm saying the Bears because
the Bears defense ranks last in takeaways. Okay, have they even gotten a takeaway this year?
I feel like the Minnesota's in like such a desperate spot, but you know me, anything that I think you got to go opposite of what appears to be a easy game.
Minnesota's averaging, if I'm correct, this is off the top of my head, just by watching every NFL game every Sunday, they're averaging what, like 3 turnovers a game?
Yeah, but they're also getting, I think, 4, something like that. But they're if they're giving up 3, because they're getting them, but they're also giving them away at the same time. Fumbles all over the joint. And I had the Bears last week too. You know that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Take the Bears first half, David, because Washington would have came back and won if Joey Slye would have hit that field goal. Don't let that missed field goal or Bears win fool you. They tried so hard to lose that game. Fields only had 3 pass attempts through the second half in the middle of the fourth quarter. Ask Tooch. 3 pass attempts. Tooch is like, I need one more pass attempt.
I had the Commanders. I took that loss right on the chin.
Hey, I will take that
8 turnovers in a red zone.
No problem. I would be more than happy to take that Washington loss because they're going to lose this week.
I like the Bears plus 3 at home, but this is the system though for 3-point at home, Anthony.
I know. It's also the Bears.
Play.
It's also the Bears.
We're going against the system play here for Anthony.
Hey,
Chicago bias.
Arizona was also plus 3 system play last week versus the Bagels.
Lost. Yep, they lost. Yep. I'm on the over for this game. Sean
Arizona
likes the Bears.
You feel bad taking Arizona plus 3 last week. I had Arizona plus 7. How'd that work out? Talk about getting a good number on a Sunday.
And you had the Rams plus 7, which was even more of a heartbreaker.
Ridiculous. Unbelievable.
When you said Rams plus 7, I was like, man, I'm jealous.
I gotta stay up past 9 o'clock. Gotta stay up past 9.
I like the plus 4.5, and you had the plus 7.
And listen, you don't win every game like that, right? Yeah. You always want a good number. To lose both, come on.
Yeah.
That's why I'm having a 53% season instead of like a 60% season, because every game like that I've not caught any of those breaks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully I get one tomorrow. I got Cincy under 50.5 in college football. It's down to 42. So maybe I'll catch that one. We'll see.
Unless the wind it turns into
Iowa State in that one, man.
I got no opinion. I saw the total. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, that's an under for sure. What did it open at?
50.5.
Yeah, Cincinnati's offense is a travesty.
So's Iowa State's. I can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Two travesty defenses going at it in the weather. I'm guessing. I'm guessing there's weather for it to drop that much.
Yeah, Ohio, that area all around Lake Michigan is supposed to be rain. Colts Jaguars.
Love this game. Love it.
Give me the Colts plus 4.5 with Jonathan Taylor and
all
Uncle
day.
Rico.
The Colts own Jacksonville. No, wait, is it Jacksonville that owns the Colts? Which one is it? Isn't the Colts own Jacksonville?
They've split out recently. Okay. They've split out. I think at home the Jags have won. Someone brought that up today with when I was with Ross and Jesse, and they've won 14 in a row at home, or they haven't lost at home to the Colts since 2014. I'm that's great. We got look at this. It was what was his name?
Jacksonville wins at home.
I know who you're talking about. I was watching it.
And they brought up a game they haven't won, and I'm like,
Andrew Luck versus
Craig. Yeah, I'm pulling up right now. Andrew Luck loses 6-0 to. Here we go. What a great guy. USC powerhouse Cody Kessler. Cody Kessler.
Forgot about him. He played for the Browns too, I think.
6-0 win, and someone says that is you got to take them. They own them. Yeah, Cody Kessler owns the Colts. 6-0 beat Andrew Luck. Come on.
And Jacksonville hasn't had a bye week since they've been in England for the past 3 weeks. 3 weeks actually, because they got to England a week before their game.
Yeah.
So back-to-back England games, and on top of that, you dominated Buffalo. You own Buffalo from snap to the final gun.
And so Minshew's quarterback. You got even better quarterback.
You're all high on yourself. And here, what's this line now? It was 6.5 on an opener. What is it now?
4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
Comes down 2
points. 6.5.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it a combination that Taylor's back? Possibly. I mean, Moss has been ripping it up anyway.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't really.
Colts are 3-2. They've won every start. Minshew's been behind center. They lose when Richardson there, so he's in there. It opens things up a little differently.
I love Uncle Rico, man.
My top play last Sunday was the Colts team total over 20.5, which was a sweat. It was a sweat because I needed that late field goal in the fourth quarter. But with Minshew in the game, I mean, he was every drive he drove down the field. Every drive.
Yeah. It's a good. This is why at the beginning of the year I'm like, give me the Colts. Everybody was on. Yeah. We talked about this, right? It was like, the Jags are going to win the South. Jags trendy team I'm like, give me the Colts. I got Minshew, who's a veteran. I got Taylor, running back. I got a defense. I got an offensive line.
Yeah.
Give me the Colts.
You like the Colts plus 4.5? We're all on the Colts 4.5 or no?
Mr. Square.
Who's?
No, I like the Colts.
No. It is in your division parlays for
Mr.
fun.
Chalk.
Mr. Chalk. You're like, Jacksonville can't lose the division, right? That's a winner.
Did he say that?
You got Tooch is hilarious.
Before the season,
the stuff that comes out of Tooch's mouth. I mean, it just makes you just.
I was thinking about I put some couch change on picking all 8 division teams. A buck pays
And you took every favorite? You took the Bills?
No, I mixed it up. Yeah.
Okay, so you took the Bills, the Bengals, the Chiefs.
I got the Dolphins in a couple.
The Dolphins instead. Mix it up. Dolphins, the Bengals, the Jags, the Chiefs.
I got some Bengals, some Ravens. Got some Eagles. Yep, all Eagles. And then I got some Lions and some Packers. But the Lions look like a strength.
Who are you clapping at? What game?
49ers, Browns. Minus 9.5. I still like the 49ers, man. This is like PJ Walker versus the
PJ Walker is quarterback. That's all you need to know. PJ Walker's quarterback. Jerome Ford is questionable. He might not even play Jerome Ford.
This line's going to be 11.5 by Sunday.
That fantasy question for Jerome Ford or Javonte Williams, that's a wash.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerome Ford, I mean, he's not really getting that many touches. As long as Watson is out, Ford is not even.
Yeah, it's a non-factor.
It's not even there. And then Javonte Williams is on a team that is tanking on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole team is up for sale. So, I mean, why would you want a running back on the Broncos? And why would you want a running back on the Browns right now with no starting quarterback? PJ Walker was on the Bears, and he got cut because the dude didn't want to study the playbook. If you watched him in spring training, I mean, it was bad. I mean, it was bad. His throws were way off. The receiver wasn't even in that direction. I mean, you can tell the dude didn't know the plays. So him to come to Cleveland, it's gonna be bad.
I almost want to say take the over here. Why do I think the Niners can put up a 40 spot here without even trying?
This is gonna be a blowout, no doubt.
I initially thought, I'm like, you know what? I said maybe this line goes to like a 4.5 because they crushed the Cowboys. No one's gonna give Cleveland a shot. And I'm like, you know what? At 4,
this is a weather check.
I don't care how much weather.
I don't care.
40-mile-per-hour wind.
I still think
the Niners minus 9.5.
Yeah.
I mean, who's stopping McCaffrey? Who's stopping Purdy?
In every category, the Niners are heads above the Browns.
I mean, this team came out firing from week 1.
The Browns could get shut out. I wonder what the team. I give me the team total Browns under. You know,
let me start with the Browns are a very good team, but when you have no quarterback, your defense is going to be on the field 45 minutes of the 60 minutes, and I don't care how good your defense is, they're going to be gassed.
It's slowly spiraling out of control now. Like
as soon as Watson comes back, they'll be fine.
Chubb thing killed them. Yeah, they needed Chubb. The offensive line was good. You got all good offensive players. The defense is above average.
Yeah.
But you needed Watson to still get into game shape. The guy done played in a year and a half. Yeah. He still needs games to get better.
What is he hurt? What hurt?
They won't even tell him. 2 weeks in a row he's out. Last week, out this week.
Yeah, that doesn't say what it is.
And how do you bring in Walker? If I'm clear, I'm like, you know what? I'm throwing DRT out there. I don't care how bad he is. You drafted the kid in the 3rd round or whenever you draft him. Throw him out there. Who cares?
Trust me, PJ Walker is not going to be any better. I promise you that.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You drafted that kid. You signed PJ Walker. You drafted this guy. When did they draft DRT? What round? We know? 3rd round?
CTR. It's like 4th round, I think.
So you drafted him. Who cares how bad? What do you?
Yeah.
I mean, you already know you're going to lose. You're not winning with PJ Walker. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
You're locked into a $250 million guaranteed contract with Watson. So
this is same thing I'm thinking here, David. But the team total for the Browns is all over the place. FanDuel's minus 16.5. A lot of other books got 12.5. One's got Caesar's got 13.5.
16. Who's got 16?
FanDuel, man. I'm about to reopen my FanDuel account.
Oh my goodness!
It's under 16.5. All 5 units.
I gotta check my offshore book. Oh my gosh! I'll take anything above 14. They might not even hit 13.
Yeah, 13.5 is fair too. You know,
they might not even hit 10. Especially if there's weather.
Yeah.
All they could do is run the ball. And you can't run on the Niners.
Yep.
I faded the Niners week 1, and the Niners, I mean, I've never seen a team so good right out of the gate and consistent. Never.
Yeah, there's some good plays here in this game. You know, you got to think the over, like Sean said, 49ers could put up 40.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's...
The Browns might get a field goal. I mean, that's it.
As much as I love my unders, I don't know. Why do I feel like the Niners can... 30-10, all of a sudden you're like, what happened here? How did this game go over?
In the second half is when the game's going to get out of hand. It might be 13-3 at halftime, but it might be 38-3 at the end of the game. So, there's no way I would touch the under, and not with the Niners offense. Now when you got the Niners offense going to be on the field 3/4 of the game, there's no way you could take the under in this.
I'm showing on one of my offshores, Niners 6 first half, total 18.5. I want to go Niners in the over in the first half.
Yeah.
Give me the Browns under 16.5. I'll take that all day. But Browns team total. But I would lay the 9.5 with the Niners and feel pretty good.
100%. I mean, you take it in every direction. You take the Niners first half. You take the Niners for the game. And you sprinkle the over. Why not? Take the over. Hell, the Niners, they're good enough
David brings up a good point. They are an over team.
Yeah, they're an over team.
35.5.
You
nice
wouldn't think that.
Total.
You wouldn't think that, but they are. So
check the weather on that one. Last game, Giants at Bills. Giants are a complete mess.
15.5. Holy crap.
What the heck? This is your old stomping grounds, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
You picked this
But
game.
you got,
but
now you got Taylor, right? Is Tyrod Taylor playing a QB?
Tyrod Taylor is at QB. Got Saquon Barkley back. The Bills are coming off a loss. It's a terrible spot for the Giants, but 15.5, a lot of points for an NFL.
Come on,
game.
Man. This is
no respect.
Because you know me, man. I'm not in love with Allen. He could cough it up and have a bad outing.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple turnovers for Allen and the Giants
right?
keep it
and
under
you have
15.5.
And here's the thing, though. This is an old coach going against his old club.
Yep.
So
he knows how to beat him. You
that
got to
kind
hold
of
your
stuff,
nose.
It is. I have a dozen games this weekend in NFL. Nothing on this one. Not a side, not a total, not a team total, not a halftime.
I'm surprised you took this game.
I didn't take. I don't have nothing.
No,
on this
not
one.
you. I'm saying too.
Well, I guess because it's Sunday night. Sunday night, I thought out there for the
you got to take the
take
Giants plus 15.5. Hold your nose.
You had to take it. You
Yeah.
got to take the Giants and be like, whatever. The world will be
Dable,
on Buffalo.
Dable versus McDermott.
It's in Buffalo.
It's in Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor's
I would bet
a veteran.
this game at the very last minute if you're betting it. Very last minute.
This is one of
Maybe
those
you can
games.
get a few extra points.
Anthony, you know what this game is? This is a game where Tooch
plus
teases
21
up to 21.5. They lose by 24.
Yeah. Hold on. Tooch, why don't you tell everybody, was it 2 years ago, you had a huge college basketball parlay.
Yeah.
And he had Washington plus 24.
Oh, my God. Washington Huskies.
Huskies. They weren't good at all. But the point was plus 24 when they were, 15-point dogs originally? They were 15-point dogs. He bought 9 points.
In Washington.
In Washington.
Yep.
They were down 21 at halftime.
Oh, my God. Yep.
It was like a 10-team parlay. It was like $10 to pay $600 and something, right?
Yeah.
Goes 9-1 and you lose that one?
Yep. 19-1. 19-1.
He bought
$10.
like 9 points. He bought like 9 points to extend it to 24 and he still lost.
Man, there are three years in a row I hit those big ones like that, man. Just not last year.
Why don't you tell everybody about your 20-team parlay?
Yep, that was with the free $10 bet that paid $520. And the one that lost was Georgia Tech straight up versus fucking Bowling Green. I went 19-1.
2 weeks ago, Georgia Tech was
That's right. You told me that. You said I was like, no way. Yeah,
Georgia Tech 21.
He told me that on the phone too. So I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. 19-1.
I was like,
go 19-1 in a 20-team parlay. That's all they'll let you do is 20.
You got
what am I going to do? What am I going to do with a $10 bet, free bet?
Higgs's imaginary gray hair is turning white.
Get the wig out, Sean.
What's the best way to go 3-1? Put to a 14 parlay.
That's it.
All right. Well, let's say we give away some free plays.
As opposed to the 7 we just did.
Yeah, we gave out a ton here.
Our official free plays.
Yep. Let me roll where is it? The free play. All right, here we go.
Even Dave hit you with a good Lord Tooch. 19-1.
Dude, Tooch cracks me up. There is never a dull moment with Tooch, man.
Well, I'm like, you know what? It's $10 free play. I want to turn that 10 into 500. It's fucking $10.
I don't want to get into it. I know it hurts, but yeah, I don't want to get into it. But that hurts.
Well, I was like, here we go. We'll have a good vacation with the girls in Kansas City on 500. We're going to a steakhouse, all that shit.
All right, my free plays the Raiders.
Your steakhouse turned into a Golden Corral buffet, and only you went in.
Yeah, not even. It was
stuff
like,
out in a folded napkin. You took stuff out of the parking lot in a napkin.
Yep. Subway and some free condiments, Sean.
Yes.
We're taking the Raiders -3 as my free play. This is a pure fate of Bill Belichick. That team is a complete mess. They don't even know who the starting quarterback is going to be at the end of the game. Doesn't matter who starts.
Tooch's wife should go to that play. She doesn't even like that. Is it going against Belichick?
The Raiders won last week, and the next 3 games, including this one, they're facing easy teams. So I'm predicting them to go on a 4-game winning streak, and I think this game is not going to be a blowout, but I do think the Raiders win by between 7 and 10 points. Just because it's the Raiders. Raiders don't like to blow people out. I don't know what it is. They play up to their team's competition.
Just take the
Belichick coming off a 34-0 loss.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you.
But you know what? My second free play I was going to pick, I'm more confident in this one. I love the Texans money line. Love the Texans this week.
Oh, here we go. We're getting to Sean's free play. He's
got
the under in that game.
I got the under.
Yep.
Stroud. I saw somebody post like he was talking about his Wonderlic score of like a 6 or whatever, and the guy hasn't thrown an interception yet.
Yeah.
Give me the under. Saints have just been under team. I said this way back in week 1. I said just keep taking Saints under. The offense.
I had it last week. Under 39.
It's a solid defense.
Yeah.
And they'll give this kid a hard time.
They just don't have a quarterback.
This has gone up. I got this at 41.5. I said it's gone up a point. Like usually I'm pretty good with my totals. I'm 14-7 with totals, and they're basically all been unders. The fact it went up, I'm dumbfounded. How did this go up? What are you kidding me? What am I missing here?
You know what? It'll probably go right back down though, because there's no way the Saints overs are the number. It's going to go right back down. There's no way it'll go up.
I've had the unders all season.
Yeah, I had it last week. I had under 39, finished 34-0. Go figure.
I got to also have it under here. I got the Falcons and Commanders under 42.5. The reason why I like this game is that the Falcons run the ball a lot, take time off the clock. Plus, they're one of the top teams in the NFL getting pressure on the quarterback. That Washington offensive line sucks. Howell's the most sacked quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
So give me the Falcons pressure.
That was the first game the Bears showed pressure on the quarterback. That's how bad the offensive line is.
And the Falcons don't put up a lot of points either with Desmond Ridder. Give me the under 42.5.
They run the ball. That's all they do is run the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins incoming in Atlanta.
Dog of the day. We got Pitt homecoming plus 7.5 versus Louisville. The kids are excited. We're supposed to go to the Valley Ankeny game tonight. Before we get out of here, I want to thank everybody. Some great thing, man. Great. Here's David's thoughts on my 20 leg parlay. It was a free $10 bet from DraftKings. Come on. What am I going to do? Play $10 minus 110 and come away with 19? Fuck no.
How about a 3-teamer or a 5-teamer?
Yeah. Or a 19-teamer.
I was going on vacation the next day, Sean.
No, you got to have that adrenaline rush. You got to take those minus 28 money line parlays.
What was my top play? What was it? Wednesday, Sean, was Bedard over 2.5 shots on goal. I said, this is the last time you're ever going to get a 2.5.
It was minus 185.
Minus 185, 5 units.
You got to hammer it.
It was.
Dude, he cashed it in the first period.
I think you told me he ended at 2 or something, or he took 1 shot and he went out injured in the first period.
No, 3 shots on goal in the first period is boom. That was the only. I had been that sure of a bet in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't heard that voice
from
Tooch in a while.
Man. Yep. I knew
a lot of people. I saw that
100%.
in my show, and I saw it on Twitter. It was like Bedard over 2.5. I'm like, who? I didn't even know. I thought it was Eric Bedard, the pitcher.
That's what I said. That's what I told Tooch. I'm like, you talking about Eric Bedard? I thought he retired. He's like, no.
He was supposed to be good, right, for the Orioles in Seattle.
He's like the hockey player.
Number 1 hockey draft pick. Yep. All right.
I don't know hockey players. I just do my totals, and that's it.
Where's our close? Thanks again, Eric Sean,
Bedard.
for dropping by.
I said the same thing.
Eric Bedard. Fucking
Eric Bedard,
bro. Crazy. All right. Hold on. One last question. Bengals minus 2.5. What do you think?
Over.
Seattle.
Over.
Seattle plus 2.5. Bedard had 5 and 6 in both of the games. And they gave me 2.5, Sean, at the book.
All right.
I
got to look at that for tomorrow.
Minus 185.
It's probably going to be 3 or 4.
It'll be 3.5 or 4.5. Yeah.
But it's still probably worth it.
Minus 185, you know. That was juicy as
half
fuck.
4 won't be minus 185 though.
Yeah, not anymore. But
Higgs likes his plus 185. Now we're talking.
Yes, there we go.
Minus
All right.
185. He's allergic to it.
I know. But if it's a sure thing, Sean, I gotta.
No, it's a sure. Oh, it's a sure thing, too.
It's a sure thing. It's a lock.
It was.
It's locked.
Sure thing.
Sean. It's
Come look at our $38 billion fountain blue casino we're building out in the desert where we got to import water and food to people.
Titanium lock goat whale.
It's Locktober, guys.
It is. It's Locktober.
Lock it up, David Ekbal.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
Locktober.
All right,
Dave, take it easy, bud. Thanks for coming
buddy.
in.
Yep. All right, fellas. I'm out of here. I'm going to the game.
Have
Thanks
fun.
again. All right. Good night.
Don't get caught under the bleachers.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.